Wow!
Hello, you're watching How They Changed. Producers Roy Huggins and Stephen J. Cannell devised the Rockford character as a rather significant departure from typical television detectives of the time. Essentially, Brad Maverick is a modern detective. In the series storyline, Jim Rockford had served time in California's San Quentin prison in the 1960s due to a wrongful conviction. After 5 years, he was pardoned, not paroled, a distinction frequently mentioned in plot points. His infrequent jobs as a private investigator barely allow him to maintain his dilapidated mobile home, which doubles as his office, in a parking lot on a beach in Malibu, California. In early episodes of the first season, Rockford's trailer is located in a parking lot alongside the highway at 2354 Beach Boulevard, Pacific Coast Highway, Malibu, and near the ocean. For the rest of the series, the trailer is at Paradise Cove, address 29 Cove Road, adjacent to a pier and restaurant, the Sandcastle, now known as the Paradise Cove Beach Cafe. In the television movies from 1994 to 1999, Rockford is still living and working at the same Paradise Cove location, but in a much newer trailer that has been extensively enlarged and remodeled. In contrast to most television private eyes, Rockford wears low-budget, off-the-rack clothing and does his best to avoid fights, although he will engage in fistfights when there is absolutely no other option. He rarely carries his cult detective special revolver, for which he has no permit, preferring to talk his way out of trouble. He works on cold cases, missing persons investigations, and low-budget insurance scams, and repeatedly states that he doesn't handle open cases to avoid trouble with the police. This self-imposed rule of Rockford's was relaxed in later seasons. He has been a PI since 1968, and his usual fee is $200 per day plus expenses. $200 at the series' beginning in September 1974 was the inflation-adjusted equivalent of $986 by March 2018. The show's pilot was written by Cannell, who also wrote 36 episodes and was the show's co-creator. Juanita Bartlett, one of the show's producers and Garner's partner at Cherokee Productions, wrote 34 episodes. She also wrote for Scarecrow and Mrs. King, The Greatest American Hero, and In the Heat of the Night. David Chase wrote 16 episodes. He later went on to Northern Exposure and The Sopranos. The show's co-creator Roy Huggins also wrote for the show during the first season, always using pen name John Thomas James. However, Huggins' contributions to the show ended midway through the first season after he submitted a script rewrite direct to set as the episode was shooting, without getting approval from any other writer or producer. Garner, trying to work with the material on set, felt the rewrite was unsatisfactory and could not figure out why it had been approved for shooting. When he discovered that neither Cannell nor any of the other production staff members knew anything about the rewrite, Garner issued a directive that Cannell, not Huggins, had final say on all script material. Though Huggins was credited as a producer for the entire run of the series, this effectively ended his creative involvement with the show, as he submitted no further material to the Rockford files and did not involve himself in the day-to-day running of the series. Familiar to viewers was Jim Rockford's gold Pontiac Firebird Esprit car. One oft-recurring element of the show was the famous Jim Rockford turnaround, also known as a J-turn or a moonshiner's turn, commonly employed as an evasive driving technique taught to Secret Service. Garner explained the move in his 2011 autobiography, The Garner Files. When you're going straight in reverse about 35 miles an hour, you come off the gas pedal, go hard left, and pull on the emergency brake. That locks the wheels and throws the front end around. Then you release everything, hit the gas, and off you go in the opposite direction. James Garner stated in a Season 1 DVD interview that he performed this stunt for the duration of the series. The car's license plate was 853 OKG, although the plate in some early episodes displayed the number 835 OKG. Garner writes in his autobiography that he believes that the letters OKG stood for Oklahoma Garner, but that he doesn't know the origin of the numbers 853. Starting with the 1974 model year, Rockford would get a new model year Pontiac Firebird each year throughout the series. The Firebirds had an identical copper mist color with the Esprit's exterior and interior. Although the Firebirds were badged as Esprits, they were actually the high-performance Formula model, without the twin scoop hood.
And that's all for now. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and share this video with friends. Take care!